normally the normal listener, we romanticize the pain. And for me, it's like, as an artist, maybe you can speak to that. How challenging is it to, sometimes life is good, right? And things are kind of going, you're reaping the rewards of what you prayed for. And you may be in a season of thriving. You may be in a season of abundance. How do you tap back into that pain, but still be progressive in your music?
For me, I don't think it's necessarily me having to tap into the pain. I tap into hiding emotions, period. Okay. So when I'm in that emotion, I'm player one energy. I'm always Mario, never lose. It depends how I'm feeling. Like, so when I'm feeling something, like, I have a rule for any artist and any creative. I don't waste my emotion on a social media post. I see that so much. Like, somebody get mad, they get to put it on social media. I'm like, bro, you should have put that into your art. Like that's where you capture that.
Look, grinning from ear to ear, I'm teary-eyed, but these are the most gracious tears. My life flash, car flipped, and I could have been gone. It's by His grace alone that you can even hear this song. My granny called and told me I just need to hear your voice. The only reason you still breathing, what was God's choice? A blessed man in more ways than you understand. They couldn't touch me if they wanted, I'm in God's hands.
You, Lord, my faith is placed in God's hands.
Yeah.
It's in God's hands.
We bite. Let's see. Over 7 dB. 7 dB, you said, sir?
Yeah, you good.
Mr. Recording Artist.
Yeah, something like that. Just keep it lower. So you straight. Yeah, that waveform look good.
Okay.
You don't want it in the red too much.
You know better than I know. I'm the amateur.
Yeah. Collaboration.
And build a nation. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Labeled the Podcast. Third Takes a Charm.
Hey, do you hear me?
Do you hear me? Third Takes a Charm.
Don't know. Now you know.
Now you know. I got my good brother Alex Jamal in the building. This brother is an amazing recording artist. First and foremost, hold on a second. How you doing, Berner? You ain't chop suey over there. I got you.
Berner.
I got you in the building too, bro.
I'm good, man. I'm Texas welcomed me, so I had a good time. I'm having the whole slice.
You having the whole slice, dog. That's all that matter, bro. It's hot.
It rained, though.
It rained, but how's it raining? It's still hot, bro.
Yeah, man. The Turo. First off, I got a quick rant.
Hey, man.
Then got on Turo, got this whip, man. The battery was dead this morning. Came out to tell him. I said, what? Other than that, we here.
And that's what you get for trying to stunt. Ain't nobody tell you to get a Benz off Turo.
So, full transparency, right? A vehicle's a vehicle. We book late, people. We book late, and that was cheap. So I was just trying to be, efficient and effective. And he gave it 600 miles up, and I know everywhere in Texas is an hour. The gas station is an hour. Mm-hmm. So I was attracted by that 600 miles, but he put us in a trap. So I'm getting a full refund.
He threw him in the trap. Hey, that's what you get for coming out here trying to stunt. That's on you, brother. That's on you.
Hey, I would have got the 4x4 with the 33-inch tires if I was trying to stunt Texas. Went and got the cowboy hat, the whole nine.
Yeah. But everybody, we like to welcome y'all to a very special episode. I got my good brother Alex Jamal in the building. Man, how you feeling today, brother?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And for all the people that don't know, he's an amazing recording artist. He's a man of God. He's a father. Man, I could throw so much sauce on that, man. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell y'all who he is. Alex, go ahead and tell the people who you are, man.
Let me interject.
Oh, you want
to? Okay, what you got?
Before he go, because as this is our third time going through this, hopefully not a fourth. But from a brothers giving each other their flowers, this brother got an aura.
For sure.
So once he get to cook and get in his bag, you'll see for yourself. But I just want to give him his flowers, bro, because I'm a Midwest cat and now I'm in Nebraska. But again, we all have more in common than we think. So it's good to see brothers down here with some motion and cooking up with purpose, passion, and production. So with no further ado, let them cook.
Yeah. So, man, shoot, I don't even know how I follow that, man. But, yeah, man, I'm Alex Jamal, man. I'm a creative. I'm family man, father, artist, son, brother, cousin, your new favorite artist, all of the above, man. And like I said, creative through and through, man. I'm created in God's image. He the ultimate creative. So every day I wake up ready to create something, man. So that's me.
Yeah, you got a business name, Wake and Create as well.
Wake and Create, man. Yeah, I wake up every day and I get to it. I wake up and create, and I feel like that's all of us, man. Like as kids, we everything, bro. We draw, we paint, we play pretend, we actors, we sculptors with Play-Doh. We do everything creatively as a kid, man. And like it take a lot to hold on to that godlike ability as you get older in the world start taking stuff away from you and they put you in boxes and say, oh man, this ain't creative. Anything where you creating something that wasn't there before, it's creativity. I don't care if it's business, sports, whatever. That's creativity, bro. So like living that, man, that's who you are.
And that's sports. You love this brother right here. Love a sports analogy. He don't get enough.
Yeah.
So with LeBron, what I was trying to tell him, brother been doing it for 50 years. It ain't never good enough. You just got to keep working.
Just got to keep working.
Yeah.
But man, tell the people about your start, bro. Where your love for music came from. Earlier, you mentioned that you were you grew up in the church, like most of us growing up in our community. You grew up in the church, and like I mentioned before, you have this aura, bro. When you on stage, like you can go into a room where don't nobody know you from Adam, and get up there and MC the crowd, get them rocking, waving their hands. It's something like I've never seen before. Normally, when you go to a show and you don't know an artist that well, they gotta sell you, and then you gotta get into them. But you can from song the moment you open your mouth, track one, you on their head, and you got people you moving the crowd, bro. Tell people about where that inspiration, where that aura comes from.
Man, like you said, man, I was raised in church, and going back when I was in college, it was this professor. Wasn't my professor, but a professor that I looked at. He taught educators, and he would send them to two places during that semester. They had to go to a black church. They had to go to a hip hop concert. Reason being is that's where you learn to interact with people and bring the students, the kids in. Is going to see call and responses. When the preacher say, can I get an amen? And the crowd do that. You know what I'm saying? When you at a hip hop concert and they say, when I say, you say, you know what I mean? Like you get all that from that. You know what I'm saying? Like to learn how to bring the crowd into the experience, because music is a shared experience. You can't just be on stage by yourself talking. You can't, be in a crowd and be thinking that you're looking at something. You got to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So when you growing up in church, and you hearing that music, and that music gets to talking to your soul, and you get to move, and you see people crying, you see people running, you see people clapping, you see people stomping their feet, whatever that is, it's a feeling, you know what I'm saying? And that translates to any form of music. Like, like I would argue, people would say, like, let's talk about Soulja Boy. They would say, man, that ain't timeless music. I said, man, look, that song come on, people want to dance. If it inspire you to move, dance, feel whatever that is, man, like only music can do that. You don't even need to know the language, boy. Right. I will bump some Selena hard in the mud. You feel me? I ain't got to know what she talking about. Come on that floor. I'm in there. You feel me?
You hit a note. So like, that's a subtle flex.
So like, I'm just saying, like when it comes to it, man, like music is the only experience like that on earth where it's a shared experience, whether you're in a crowd, on the stage, in church, at the orchestra, at the band, with the football team. It don't matter where it's at, bro. Like it moves something in you like nothing else.
That's what's up, bro. And the MC part, because
a
lot of old heads like to say that these young kids, they ain't MCs. They want to put them on some boom bap when these kids is creating a vibe. Yeah. I don't subscribe. I think I love music. Period. It don't matter. You create a vibe. You an MC. I think it need to be subgenres in hip hop, but that's a conversation for a later day. But what you do, bro, like I said, you MC. You control that crowd. So I'm glad that you hit that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to, in that same vein too, because, there's always kind of the generic bravado, that we say of, X, Y, Z, keep going, etc.
Yeah.
Specifically, when you talk about, your history in music, your love for music, what outside of God, because we're going to put God first, but what are some tangible things you can share that have helped you stay focused and stay tapped into the love and the passion piece? Because we live in a world now where people are clinging to that 15 minutes of fame or 15 seconds, and God bless them, because some people, they get back on that.
Yeah.
But for the people like yourself where you're pure in this, how do you keep that purity? How do you stay tapped in and progressive?
Man, that's a great question. I really think it started because I really don't think it's wrong for somebody to want their 15 minutes. Sometimes somebody want to get in, get out. That's cool. For me though, like music filled a void. When things was going crazy in my life at a certain age, and music just kind of tapped into it. I've always been an artist, not necessarily with music, but like I grew up drawing, drawing Dragon Ball Z and, tapping into these different things. And actually, it was a period in my life, it was around the time of like Unpredictable, Jamie Foxx album, ironically.
Class.
And the last song on there was Wish You Was Here. And I wanted to learn how to play that. And that's really where like the music started to take over. I was raised in music. My mama, was in gospel groups. I've sung in, different stuff. My family is singers and, organists and whatever. My pops is a poet. I come from creativity, but like that part of the journey, that's really where it started. Like I had a very big hole and void, and it really just started to take over that way. And when it comes to like staying in something, like I was always like an entrepreneurial type person. Like when I was a kid, I would draw people for money. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my cousin's husbands would give money to kids with good grades. I'm like, shoot, man, let me make these good grades. Let me go get that money.
Right.
And I would take that money and I would go flip. When I got to high school, they knew me as a hustle man. Like, you come to me, I got a bag full of candy, chips, whatever you need, bro, we got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, so that's always been in me. So when it comes to something like this, if I got a passion for something, I got a love for it. And I'm like, okay, let me figure out how to monetize it, because this is something I'm going to do anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And one of my big cousins that told me, he was like, when you got a gift, when you got a skill, like the bad stuff going to come with that skill regardless, right? Yeah. Like I'm always going to make the music out of pain. Happiness, love, whatever, it's going to be there. So I might as well take the grace that come with it too. So I'm like, I might as well live in that. So now I learned how to, monetize it and figure it out, because I wholeheartedly believe if you got a passion and it can be monetized and you're good at it, then become the best at it. And the people that's best in any profession going to get paid for being the best in that profession. So like follow that out and see that through. Because it's something like I told my little sister, I tell anybody, even if they our age, y'all age, whatever, you're going to be looking back and you be like, dang, bro, I wish I had went to school for this. When I did this, look, it's two ways you can look at that. So I think of myself in the future and in the past. So either my future self is being like, thank you for taking the time now, because that time gonna pass regardless. So either you gonna do it or you not. And even if you at a certain age, it don't matter. Like, get to it. Like, that time gonna pass regardless. Okay, so you won't feel like that in 8 years. Go ahead and put the time in now. And the only common thread between people who made it is that they didn't quit. So like, once you put that time in, you put that effort in, like sometimes it be days where you like, dang, bro, this ain't moving the way I wanted to. But okay, if I stop, number one, I'm still going to be making music. Number two, if I stop, I'm never going to reach it. So, hey, man, you just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, simple as that. Like, right. So for me, sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's surface level. Like, I put too much time into this to getting this good at what I do, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for me to stop and be like, no, I would just let that slide. And on top of that, when I became a father, I was like, if I quit on this, bro, like I'm showing my daughter, like I'm going to tell her you can be anything you want to in life, and then I quit on my dream. Yeah. Like, what? That don't even work that way. So I want my daughter to see her heroes in her household, me and her mama. Like, you can see, like, oh, no, in this household, you can really become whatever you want to. Then you can go outside the household if you want to, but, like, you can start here in this house and be like, oh, nah, I can see it. Like, they built this. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier that your father was a poet.
Yeah.
You told a beautiful story about a poet, something that you overheard him saying.
Yeah.
Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So like, I've always looked up to my pops, just like as a man, just in general. Especially when I was a kid. When you were a kid, your pops is like, if you got your pops there, that's a blessing. Like, even if he whatever, it's a blessing. So like I went to live with him for a little bit. Actually, my mom had got locked up, and I went up north, and I went to go stay with my pops for a bit. And he thought I was asleep one night, and so he gets to playing. Well, he's not playing anything. He's talking to somebody, and he gets to reading this poem to them. And basically, the poem is him talking to God, and he say, "Hold on, the devil's on the other line." And he clicks over and talks to the devil, and he's talking about me, saying, "Hey, I know the devil got me, but I don't want him to get my son." And so he never knew that I heard that. I'm like maybe like 6, 7 at max when I heard that. Years later, as a grown man, I told him about this, and he was like, for real. And in the middle of me telling him about that, he starts reciting the poem back to me. About a year later, he come out with a book. Like I say, my pop's one of the best poets ever, period. You can go to my page. I'll put it up later once it's come out. Like, I got y'all. But he he kept asking me, hey, he sent me the book. He said, hey, did you read it? Not yet, Pops. I'll get to it. Hey, did you read it? Nah, I'll get to it. So finally, I opened up the book, and the first poem in there was that poem. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was like, dang, man, like, that's just so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, man, like, my pops is one of them ones. Like, I'll put him up against anybody. Not that it's a competition, but, like, he's great at what he do. And that writing ability, that skill. He cannot rap. He can do the poetry, but that rhythm and poetry ain't in him. But he, when it come to metaphors and speaking and touching people's soul, like, where he, like, you know, people that know him and families that know him even, you know, get him to write what be on the back of obituaries, you know, when somebody passed away, you know, like, they come to him for that. Wow. And sometimes he just do it for the love. Like, he got mad at me one time, so I was like, hey, Pops, like, you should really pursue your passion, bro. Like, I was telling him this when I was like 7, 8, and he didn't come out with it till I was an adult, and he was like, nah, you just a prophet, man. Like, he didn't want to, he was like, nah, if God give you a gift, you shouldn't charge for it. I was like, Pops, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, bro. Like, man, you think Shaq was like, nah, man, I can't be out here dunking on folks because God, man, what? Like, man, come on. So, like, anyway, yeah, man, like, it's just.
So with that, you know, him being goated in that space, is he your biggest critic?
Nah, it's actually the opposite way.
Okay.
He's like, because I always say I get my writing ability from him. Like, when it's specifically the writing, I probably get the music from my mama's side, but that writing, I get it from him. He's more like, dang, they taking it to another level, because my aunt is a poet. His father was a poet. My little brother is a songwriter and a rapper and an artist in his own way. So, like, we all kind of cut from that cloth. Yeah. He be more like, dang, they taking it to another level, if that makes sense. Like, he more like that. He probably my biggest fan. My first keyboard, my pops called me. I was back here in Texas. He called me and said, hey, look, I can either get you this PlayStation that you want, or I can get you a keyboard. I would much rather, like, go into the things that you love. And I was like, yeah, I want the keyboard all day. Yeah, so he sent it to me. So, like,
yeah, that's super fly. Most kids be like, no, I want the PlayStation.
Man, no, give me that keyboard, bro. I've always been like that, though. Like, I'm like, man, whatever gonna put me forward, man, like, give me that. Like,
that's what's up, man.
For sure.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I know a lot of artists in your shoes where they come from a lineage of musicians, you know what I mean, and those are some of the most talented people I know. You know what I mean,
hands down.
Yeah, like it's so that's really dope. I had no clue.
And for the record, again, y'all gonna get the opportunity to hear these things themselves, but the brother got his substance and his soul, and it's just off quick listen, me hearing bits and pieces. You know, a lot of people bar you up, and that's cool, but sometimes you over barring. You know, the metaphors and the yada yada. But just quick listen, the stuff you saying is impactful.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's impactful. It's solid. Yeah. So
let's get into the project though. Before that though, let's take a brief intermission. All right, okay, we back. Where was I at?
Man, this your podcast, man.
I know. I forgot where I was at. I got up. I'm doing too much, man. Goddamn, I'm trying to be a producer.
I'm trying to make a show.
Y'all want me to play the beat? Y'all want me to ask the questions? Goddamn, man. Shit. What the fuck? How much more y'all want from me? Man, I was getting to a point too. The album. We going into the album now. Look at you. I'm getting old, man. Hey, look at home. How long we been friends now? About 10 years, 10, 12 years.
Man, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm getting old. Yeah, for sure. It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting old, bro. But the album, okay. So you started off the album with I gotta pull it up right quick because I can't remember the name of the track. That's another part of getting old, bro. You just can't remember shit. I got CRS is what they call it. But you started the album with Never Leave.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little light 1-2 punch. You know what kind of tracks I like. I like the heavier tracks, man. Yeah. But tell me about that track.
Man, that ironically, Never Leave kind of come from something that my pop say. He say press on. Like, that's something he say. So like, no matter what's going on in life, man, Pops can be going through it, just got shot, don't matter, man. Hey, press on. That's him. Literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and it's also like, I feel like God will never leave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in whatever, like, I done been in some situations, bro. Like, and I'll be like, man, if I can come through those, I can come through anything, bro. So like, you know, then it's like, I'll never leave the journey, bro. Like, you know, when the journey is over, it's over. But while I'm in this mud, man, we own it, bro. So like, Yeah, man, that's where that come from. But I wanted something like when I first heard that song, like it just sounded big. Like we get to a certain point, that's a stadium song, bro. Like that mug can go in a stadium. Like that's the way I feel about it. Like that's that stadium music, you know. So
what has been your biggest reception from this album, just on the general list and the tracks that you've sent out to people and everything? What has been your biggest reception?
Dang, this whole fire. That's it. Like, simple as that. Like I think
they didn't even give you a song.
Yeah, like I mean, they give me songs, bro. Like Fancy, one of them ones. Like shout out Fancy. Fancy is a. No matter who give me their favorites, Fancy going to their lineup. Like it don't matter, you know. It's groups of people that I send music for. People that's gonna be listening to the beats. People that's gonna be, you know, listening to the lyrics. People that's gonna be listening to the vibe. People that's just like, I mean, I just put this on whatever group of person that is. They all be like, but Fancy one of them ones. So like it just took a life of its own, bro. Like I happen to be. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, but I'm a big believer in God, and I just listen to it, bro. And people go whatever, however you listen to it, you just listen to it. So I'm on a walk the other day. And I'm thinking about my promotional strategies for the album. And I was like, man, I really want to get on half pints behind the bars. Like, oh, let me go see how much it is, yada, yada, yada. This is why I'm on the walk. I come home, I cook, I'm sitting down with my babies. Half pint come on. Hey, I'm doing a live Twitch right now. Best song, winning free behind the bars. Cool. Hey, baby, I'll be right back. Let me go put that mug in there. I did the free one. Oh, dang, you can jump the line. Shoot, my money kind of messed up right now. We got to pay bills tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'm going to just sit in this mug. So I just go put it down. I go sit up. I go sit. I'm like, I keep checking back. So this time, I'm just going to the restroom. I hear my song going. At the end of it, I just, hey, man, this some good rapping. Yada, yada. A few days later, or about a week later, he on there with Big X. Now, if you know anything about Big X got on by winning these competitions with Half Pint. And then he was getting the free music video. So I put my stuff back in. This time I jumped the line because Big X on there. It's like 500 people in there. The bills are paid now, so let me do this. So I get on there, and they come on. Hey, I remember this song. Matter of fact, while we here, this the person who won. Woo doo doo doo. I'm like, bro, like it just be crazy. Like I just be tapping in, listening, and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And like, then bam. I'm a big believer in manifestation, bro. Like, like you believe it. Man, it can happen, bro. Like real talk. So anyway, bro, I don't even remember what the question was.
No, the question was about what was your biggest reception.
Oh, okay, and just like that goes to show like how much Fancy moved. Like man, it was 300-400 songs that was you know what I'm saying, put in there, and Fancy went over that. I put it online, and like I had to like keep putting clips out because people was like, dang, this mug is. So it dropped yesterday. Shameless plug, but like it dropped yesterday, and like it's beautiful, man. You just had to be there.
Man, listen, I like I said, I'm loving it. I got my favorites. Fancy is definitely in that lineup. Bernard, I can't wait for you to finish listening to it, but you heard Fancy today, you immediately downloaded it. Hold on, what's this?
Yeah, it's one of the ones, man. Fancy one of the ones.
Show me the link.
Yeah. Now you mentioned your family, man. How are you balancing? I love to ask this question every time because as a man, bro, and we got families and we raising kids, bro. How do you balance that life as an artist?
Man, I got a piece of advice for somebody. I don't remember if I got it online, in person, whatever, but I steal advice. Like if it's gonna work with me.
As a wise man should.
And they said, don't try to separate the lives. And I was like, huh. So from the moment my daughter was born, she was in her bassinet in the studio. She got studio etiquette. I put her on the album. Like I'd be like, damn, bro, she really know how to record. If you call my phone, you are going to hear a ringtone of her song just because she just be doing that. Wow. So like I ain't had a ringtone since you just had to be there. I ain't had once. It's like I don't even remember last time I had a ringtone, but I put that mug on. That mug anyway. That being said, I try to keep it apart. My girl is my photographer. You see some fire photography on my page, it's her. Yeah. She did it. So you know what I'm saying? Like we do this together. So like it's not like, of course, like, you know, when I gotta go to the shows and I gotta yada yada yada. But my point is to get it to where, oh no, baby girl can come. Like I try to create those environments anyway. So like if I'm creating those environments, we can do that. You know, once the budget is there and we can move how we want to move, it don't matter. I don't try to separate the lives. Like, you know, this is all one life. You know what I'm saying? This is what I love. Just like anybody else with a job. You got a job, you come home, you living with your, you know what I'm saying? But because it's my stuff, I try to have it as much as possible, you know, be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I do it, bro. It's not easy.
No.
But That's the easiest thing.
I don't think no man with a family can find a good work life balance. So that's why I always like to ask and get other people's input.
Yeah,
and just see what works for you. Because somebody listening to this is gonna take that advice and go with it. Because a lot of artists I've seen them, they try to keep it separated, like you said.
Yeah,
and I don't think that.
I can't do that, man. Baby girl done been in my shows. She done helped out with mic check. She 3, bro. We just be having fun, man. So like, as much as I can have her be a part of it, I have her be a part of it because they also gonna learn that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so she be there when I'm, you know what I'm saying? So she be, and vice versa, bro. Sometimes we at the crib when baby shooting. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. So like, I try to not separate it as much as possible because it's like, you only got one life and only so much time. So like, you know, you're a workaholic already. So like, you got to try to make it to where she's part of it. As much as like, I had her sit next to me when I play the game. If it's the right game, right? Put it right there.
Right.
She loved watching me play Madden, or she'll be there right there with it. You know what I'm saying? She'll pick up her controller and she playing too. So like, I just try to have her be a part of those lives. So you know, like as we get older, maybe we on Twitch one day playing games because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. Anyway, I just try to have her be a part of it as much as possible.
Our unlabeled family, you know, we hard on y'all because we hard on ourselves at times, but we got to be clear. So he talking about the manifestation, but the other piece of that is he doing the work, okay?
Facts.
So like we always talk about, you know, faith without works is dead, right? So at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to sharpen our sword. And you know we love y'all, and we gonna keep it all the way G real with you, like Rome say. So just listen to this story though, and when y'all hear this music, you know we don't tell y'all no lies. It is what it is, but again, it's about sharpening your sword. It's about that refiner's fire and really going back and begin again. What Pop say? Press on.
Press on.
Press on. Begin again. And so, you know, I remember one time, I want to share this. So one time I remember I got my first my big boy job. I was the typical out of the hood slums, go to college playing ball, and I was chasing this professional dream. And then I remember one day, I ain't had no insurance. I was at the YMCA, you know, sharpening my sword, and I tore my Achilles. And so once that happened, I just had a son. I'm like, man, I need a job. It's real stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, and I say that to say, you're going to have to edit this because I forgot what I was going.
No, you got it.
But you know what? I'm going to let you remember that, but I'm going to piggyback off something you said.
Yeah.
You was talking about the faith
Yep.
without works is dead.
Yeah.
I have a thing, I call it the formula.
Yeah.
If faith without works is dead, faith with work, anything is possible.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the way that I look at it because people will forget, like, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was talking about when I say we created in his image, I'm like, God thought it, he spoke it, then it happened.
Yeah.
But he also did work when it came to Adam. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna put you to sleep. I'm gonna take your
Absolutely.
rib. I'm gonna make a woman. Like it's still work that go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like he gave us the blueprint in that
Absolutely.
situation.
And you ain't
So,
getting
like,
away from it.
You can't get
escape.
away from, bro. You can't. It's we. It's a blessing and a curse, bro. You can't get away from the work, bro.
Yeah.
So like that's why I say you might as well do something that you're gonna love to do, because you're gonna have to work anyway, and like find go down that path. But you can do anything is possible, bro. Like if you willing to have the faith for it and the work for it, bro.
And you got to be a little talented. You got to have a little skill.
Yeah.
Whether it's you either learn it technically or it was something that was naturally given to you.
Yeah.
You like if you work towards something, you put enough hours in, you're going to get good at it.
Facts.
The problem is a lot of people don't want to work for nothing. They want to microwave success, finesse, cheat, steal, and then they wonder why they ain't getting nowhere. It's because you ain't worked for it because it wasn't meant for you to have it. But do you remember your point now?
Nah.
You still don't remember? I ain't editing that out either.
Yeah, the edit was great. Like I try to say the edit. Yeah.
This Texas heat, brother. You know.
You sure you ain't take no
Lay hands on me. Lay hands on me, brother. This heat, this travel.
Got you discombobulated.
Yeah.
But my basketball analogy, it's a bunch of 6'8". I love LeBron, and I'm really a Kobe guy. But the way people hate on LeBron so much, it made me like LeBron more because it's a lot of 6'8", 250, whatever he weigh, and it's only one LeBron. Because at the end of the day, the work. You didn't see it. He maybe not talked about it, but you can't have LeBron without work. So stay encouraged. Whatever your bag is, you got to work, man. And then I love when you said from the standpoint of the humilities, I knew it wasn't ready. Yeah. I could have heard it and maybe thought it was fire based on my limitations or my taste level. But you knew, nah.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm really here before I'm there. And that's a faith thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because what do you say? You were who you were before you got here.
Yeah.
That's some truth in that.
Yeah. And LeBron, you seen his feet, bro?
Man, listen.
Hey, man.
Hey, he put that work
Listen.
in. Them feet,
Hey.
them feet are more
Hey,
First off, he
LeBron
got
and
too much
Oprah
money.
feet, man.
LeBron and Oprah.
That's how they got that beat, bro. They put in that work, dog.
Hey, my mama used to say when I was a kid, you can tell a lot about a person by the way their feet look, because your feet is what carry you through life.
Ooh.
That man put that work in.
That's a bar.
I know.
Shout out, mama. Shout out, mama.
Listen,
That's a
all
bar.
that money, I'm getting new feet. I'm getting a BBL for the feet.
He say he getting a BBF.
Going to put me up.
You about to make me die in here, dog.
I'm going to pick out my big toe.
BBF.
Yeah, BBF, man.
That's crazy. BB.
Yeah.
Give me a different pinky.
All right, but anyway, back to it. Before we get, this is about to derail fast. One of my favorite songs, just period of all time that you ever done was "Flowers."
Yeah.
Like I said, I seen you perform that live, bro. Like the way that song captures people. Hearts and minds in the moment, just the way you like said control, bro. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. I can't wait for the album to drop so everybody can hear it. But can you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind that, how we got there?
Man, that's where you start learning like your most darkest moments can make some of the most beautiful things, bro. Like I was sitting on the couch with my cousin, my big cousin, and I get a text from one of my friends. She said, "Hey man, you see Big Brian pass away?" I'm like, nah, because I'm sitting with my kinfolk. He would have told me, because Big Brian cousin, older brother, older cousin, however you put it, is like best friends of my kinfolk. And I'm like, man, he's like, man, I forgot to tell you, like, bro, he got shot last night. And I'm sitting on the couch. I grab my keys. I jump in the car. I'm driving. I'm crying. That song come to me, like, while I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? And so I pull over, crying, pull out the notepad at the time, and I just write that whole record down. And like it's been one of those things that morphed. Like that's probably the first complete record that I made, like with a hook, with verses, with whatever. But it took so long for it to come out. Like it was only able to be heard live because I just couldn't match that live energy, bro. Like, the way that it is live is different, and then shout out my boy Stephen Q, man. Shout out Chris Keys. Shout out Huck. For helping me make that record become what it is. And it's like you said, that's the record. When I do that, people don't even know me. They'll come to me and be like, man, my best friend just died. Or dang, I ain't talked to my cousin in 5 years. I'm finna call him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you just never know. Like that was a turning point in my life. Like I started making my bros uncomfortable. Now they cool and we get it, but hey bro, I love you, bro. Yeah. And they like, man, yeah. Now they do it too. Mm-hmm. Like, because it's like, you just never know. Like, and I mean in the most positive way, bro. Yeah. Like, give people around you they flowers, bro. If you love somebody, tell them you love them because they may not be here tomorrow. If you want to go after a job, go after that because you only get one life. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody you want to holler at, go do that because that opportunity may never come again, man. Like, whatever that is, bro, like, do it now. Like, because life is too short. No matter how long your life is, it's short. Mm-hmm. So, like, take advantage of that. Yeah,
and I'm with you spot on with that, bro. I love the way you said you tell your people that you love them. Yeah, I've been doing that forever. I tell them, like, this brother know, my brother Trey in the back of the room, he knows as well. Like I've been doing that for years, and I think as black men we got to get to that. Like, it's okay. It's not affecting your masculinity to tell somebody that you love them and let them know that you here for them and you even care about them. You know what I mean? Depending on how you do it. but
I don't know where he going with that.
You was cooking.
I really love you, bro. No, bro. No, you don't love me like that, fam. But
we support every, we ain't coming against nobody for the record.
Hey.
For the record, no, we don't need no communities coming for us.
Not at all, man.
I'm just joking, but you have your own story that's similar to the story that you tell on Flowers with is it God's Hand?
God's hands. I feel like that's like a mirror of Flowers. It's different. It's more. It's always outward because, as a person, like where y'all from, the communities that you from, the people that you've been with, you used to losing people. Like at some point, like it just, it's not that you get used to it, but you're used to it, like the feeling of grieving. And when I had a car wreck, and in the middle of that wreck, I just, was thinking about my daughter and, all of that. And when it happened, it was the opposite way. It was like, man, like, bro, I'm here, bro. Like, I didn't have to be here. Like, you look at the car, and I just made the car the cover of the song just so people could see it, bro. Yeah. Like, it's crazy, bro. This is what's crazy. When insurance reached out to me about that, and they was like, oh, do you think, I remember sending a picture to the person in insurance, and she broke character in the middle of the car. Damn. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, it was like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you get to those moments and you like, man, like, God really had his hands on me, bro. Like, I left that with just some bruising. You know what I'm saying? Like just some bruising, bro. And
yeah, I really felt the part of the song when you said you walked away. You said it 3 or 4 times, and I was like, that it hit me.
Yeah, and that was like real conversation. Like, it was multiple conversations I kind of put into that where people called me and was like, nah, I really had to like check on you after I seen that. Like, bro, like, you good? Like, you really? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, I'm here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, when I made that song, we went to the hospital. They did all their checks, and now I'm like doped up off the medicine that they gave me because I was in pain. And so they released me, and we go get something, and I come home, and my girl like, nah, man, you need to go to sleep. I'm like, I'm not feeling no pain right now. I'm finna go into this. I gotta get these emotions out, and I set it up. And shout out Miles. That was a whole different song, bro. And I like took everything off the beat, and just started doing it, like, and it just started coming to. And I could just feel it, like, like, it just was one of those things, bro. Like, it's some songs like that, like I said, like Flowers, like, it's some songs it may take me 2 years to write. It's some songs that, like, I don't even feel like I can take credit for it. Like, it's just God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just flowed through me. That's one of them ones. Flowers is one of them ones, but it just, yeah, man, God's hands was, and it was really the first record of mine that started getting like critical acclaim. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made it to major Apple playlists, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was getting write-ups on it, and I was just like, man, that's crazy. Like, that's not even a record that I would think, regular people want to hear a choir on a song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this is just one of them ones, man. And like,
the dope thing about that, I'm gonna let you go in a second. The dope thing about that is because I think we're starting to see a resurgence of that. Because like with the Clips album, everybody talked about Birds Don't Sing, and it's like they opened their album with that song. You know what I mean? Like, and the whole rest of the album is dang near about trapping. But you see that people want to people want to feel out here. You know what I'm saying? And people want to have some songs that they can go to for that emotion. And we haven't been getting that for years. So now we getting back to that. And I love that you got those type of songs on your album.
Yeah.
And you kind of led me into kind of my thought I was getting as you were speaking. I'm like, hey, normally the normal listener, we romanticize the pain. And for me, it's like, as an artist, maybe you can speak to that. How challenging is it to, sometimes life is good, right? And things are kind of going, you're reaping the rewards of what you prayed for. And you may be in a season of thriving. You may be in a season of abundance. How do you tap back into that pain but still be progressive in your music?
For me, I don't think it's necessarily me having to tap into the pain. I tap into hiding emotions, period. Okay. So when I'm in that emotion, I'm player one energy. I'm always Mario, never lose. It depends how I'm feeling. Like, so when I'm feeling something, like, I have a rule for any artist and any creative. I don't waste my emotion on a social media post. I see that so much. Like, somebody get mad, they get to put it on social media. I'm like, bro, you should have put that into your art. Like that's where you capture that. Because whatever I was going to put into that social media post, you ain't going to feel it the same.
No.
Like, I could, you was having a conversation about the things that you was talking about earlier about the event that you went to last night and the bridging of the gap. But there's certain things I can say in music and make you feel that I can't tell you in a conversation because you may argue with it. But when I just get that feeling off, it just is what it is. So like, I don't necessarily have to tap back into pain when I'm feeling it. Like those songs, they came right then. I don't waste it. I'm like, I need to get this out. Like I couldn't go to sleep then. I need to get this out. Now, mind you, it took a long time for that song to come together. We had studio sale, we had yada, but that initial, like, I just had to get it out. You know what I'm saying? So like, even the first verse on that, I recorded the other verse again. That first verse that you hear on God's Hands is the same verse I recorded that day. Like I re-recorded, didn't like it. It didn't have the same feeling. Yeah. It was more technically sound, but the feeling that I had of just being like, yo, I made it back home. I can see my daughter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I could talk to my girl. I can call my brothers. I can do whatever. Yeah. Like I'm here. Car gone. Forget that car. Like we here. Like we can get another car, but you can't get another life. You know what I'm saying? Like so like it just it just spoke to me in that way.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. You got any other questions, Brandon?
I just wanted to again give you your flowers, bro, in person because you know. You're a smart guy. You can just tell on how you carry yourself, and it comes through the music. So, man, I'm excited to see what you do. I'm excited to see what you've done. Let me correct myself, because the work is done. So I'm excited to see it with the rest of the world. And you know, we always gonna champion you up here. So
yeah. Alex, you got anything else you want to tell the people, bro?
Man, I would like to say this, man. Let me say this, bro. So the album is coming out. You just had to be there, and it's a time capsule. It's a time capsule. I feel like if you listen to this album, you can get a piece of me from childhood to me being a father. You have a lot in between of that. And I wanted to do something that I've never seen anybody do. So, like, it's a time capsule. So when it came to the albums, the physical albums, I was like, man, what can I do? So we made it a PS2 game. Like, it looks like a PS2 game, retro game, however you want to put it. That's what it looked like. And it's only 100 of those. And when they gone, but you can support the art from the artist, because like going back to God's hands, it got major streams. When I went back to look at that money, bro, and it was like, oh, it got over 10,000 streams in the first, it got $80 for 10,000. My math, the math wasn't mathing. Math wasn't mathing. And I was like, okay, for people who put as much as I put into this art, into this craft, like, man, I'm telling you, don't feel scared. People want to support you. Like, you have to give people the opportunity to support you. So anybody who's listening to this, anybody who wants to go check it out, man, you can buy the album for whatever you want to buy it for, $1 to $1,000, whatever you feel like it's worth. You may circle the block and be like, dang, I really loved it. Let me do that. That helps us, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, case in point, the first night, this is me being transparent, I put it out, and we had $200 in pre-sales. Mind you, $200 in pre-sales across all platforms, like 60,000 streams. It ain't even out yet. You know what I'm saying? So you give people that like ability to help out. Like, they want to support, bro. Like, people want to support. And when you got good art like I do, my music is fire, bro. I ain't got no problem saying that, bro. Like, you put me against anybody, my music like that. Like, when you doing that, you touching the people, you making the soul music, you making the music that inspired, whether it's inspired to dance, love, chill, cut up. As long as it's inspiring, bro, like, people gonna want to support that. People gonna want to support you. So, like, take that opportunity. And if you listening right now, you just had to be there, man. Like, go buy it. Go pay whatever you feel it's like. And for the first 100 people that spend 50 or more, you get one of those physical albums. We only making it one time. I'm not even keeping one. And it's gonna be an experience. I'm telling you that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to follow that, bro.
You just had to be there.
You just had to be
you
there.
just had to be there.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Alex the Great. Clap it up.
Hey, appreciate it.
Bookshop. Hey. For our casual listeners, everybody who'd like to tune in every week, man, we'll be back next week with another episode of UNLABELED Podcast. Peace.
The Brady Bunch, oh yeah. That's the way that we became the Brady Bunch. Singing the girls like I'm Jamie. Like, have you looked in the mirror? Whoever would blame me. You seeing my fancy could never replace the. Let's make us a Brady Bunch. I'm talking about you and me. And we already added 1 to the 2, so it's 3. She as perfect as can be. We the winning recipe. Let's build us a family. We the roots to this tree. Beauty ain't just skin deep, but you still eye candy.